The City of Tallahassee views resilience along a very broad spectrum. But overall, it is about how we prepare ourselves to respond and to recover as quickly as possible from any number of shocks and stressors. Here in Tallahassee, we know one of the biggest ones is hurricanes, and there are plenty of things that our city departments are doing along the infrastructure and utility side to be prepared, but there are plenty of things that residents can do as well. And part of our effort is to make sure you're empowered and you know the kind of tools that are available for you. One of the biggest things you can do is to prepare your bucket, to build up a set of resources that will sustain you and your household for 24 to 72 hours. You can include critical materials like your insurance files, your raincoats, or prescription medication. We have a list for you and that you can find out at talgov.com to help you build your bucket.
Hurricane preparedness is important to me because lack of preparedness can leave you susceptible to worry and stress. It can cause you to not have the essential items that are needed, such as water, snacks, non-perishable items, which can essentially be detrimental if caught in a storm or a hurricane.
Hurricane preparedness is important to me for the safety of myself and my home and my pets and the people around me.
Working with neighborhood affairs, police department, fire department, various partners across the city of Tallahassee, we're holding a neighborhood prep program, which is a way to build up capacity within our neighborhoods and to teach and train neighborhood leaders to be prepared for any kind of disaster that might happen. And there's always more we can do for ourselves, for our families, but also for the rest of our neighbors. And so what we are excited about doing is providing the kind of tools and skill sets that will empower community members to be able to not just secure themselves, but also help others, especially those that might be more vulnerable in their communities. And we believe that together, this is going to not only strengthen our community as a whole, but it's going to help with overall response and recovery, no matter what kind of disaster comes our way.
It's a great way to get to know your neighbors and know who you can depend upon in case of an emergency. You know that you have other people to call on, and I would encourage all the neighborhoods to have a contact person like this.
We know that as hurricane season begins here in our community between June and November, there's not enough that we could do to prepare. You can visit talgov.com to learn all about the various ways that the city is preparing for emergencies and how you might get access to resources that you need as well to prepare. In addition, information and resources, phone numbers, and where to reach folks that you might need during the aftermath of a disaster. Another critical tool you might want is to download the Digitally app. That will put a lot of information right at your fingertips. Everything from power outage notices for you to make requests to our customer service or to just find out more about what the city is doing and stay up to date with the most relevant information. The main point we want to drive home is that resilience begins way before an incident occurs. It's about how you shore yourself and your family and your household up to be very secure so that when any crisis happens, you're able to bounce back. And that's why we equip you and empower you, and we know that together we can make Tallahassee a more resilient community.